Our story kicks off in Los Angeles, year 2030, with a guy running like crazy, terrified out of his mind. Now, you might wonder, what's got him so scared? Turns out, everyone wants him dead. Even some fancy private drivers have come specially just to hunt him down. After a crazy struggle, he finally reaches this poor woman's house. She looks at him and asks, "What are you even doing here?" But the guy pulls out a knife and warns her, "If you say a word, I'll gouge out your eye and play with it. Watch yourself." Pretty intense, right? The woman pretends to be faint for a moment, and then suddenly, bam, she shoots him with a gun. But here's the twist. The bullet shoots out nails that hit him in the head. Just to make sure he's dead, she smashes his head twice. Then, a group of armed people arrive. Frustrated, she killed him before they could. After that, she grabs a card from the dead guy and tells her son, "Finally, we're going to be rich." She breaks the card, but surprisingly, the police don't show up. Cut to another scene. A guy named Betacore, who's working with a film crew, announces to the world that he's won $22 million. But here's the catch. It's part of a game millions are playing. Every day, one random person wins the prize. But there's a catch. Whoever kills the winner before sunset takes the prize for themselves. No shooting guns or machine guns allowed on that day, though. Now, meet Kitty, a struggling actress who just arrived in Los Angeles hoping to audition. The woman next to her warns, "You look like you're down on your luck. Be careful around here, girl. People are thieves." Kitty thanks her for the advice, and they exchange some friendly words, bonding for a moment. But then, Kitty suddenly notices her watch is stolen. She heads to the room she booked online, but finds it's not what she expected. The owner, Ayla, explains they use different photos to lure clients in. Kitty has no choice but to stay since it's cheap. Ayla's fiancé, DG, pops in and talks about a lottery coming up with a prize of $3.6 billion. Kitty doesn't get what game he's talking about. She just wants the key to the room so she can sleep. The next morning, Kitty wakes up to water dripping on her face, apparently from the neighbor's bathroom above. Even the clothes she planned to wear for her audition are messed up. She calls Ayla, complaining, and Ayla tells her to just wear the clothes she left in the closet. Kitty heads to the audition with about 30 minutes left before the lottery draw. When she arrives, she sees other girls auditioning just like her. She performs a scene she memorized well. The director tells her he doesn't want to see her face again, which is pretty harsh. Suddenly, Ayla's card buzzes in her pocket. Kitty accidentally registered for the game without realizing it. She's confused and upset that she failed the audition. Then, the announcement comes that she's the winner of the prize. Chaos breaks out immediately. The first girl grabs a chair and hits her friend with it. The second sees a shoe in front of her and throws it, and Kitty's friend freaks out. Kitty is clueless about what's going on. Now she hides in a karate training room, but all the guys there attack her. The coach tells them no one will kill her except him. He lifts her, spins her around, and smashes her into the wall. Soon, others find out she's the winner and rush over. The karate guys start fighting over who gets to kill her. The coach grabs Kitty by the neck and says only he will kill her, but then Noel arrives, punches the coach into the wall, and tells Kitty not to be afraid. He's a bodyguard, but he wants 10% of the prize in return. Kitty agrees, even though she wants the whole prize herself. Noel ties her with a belt to protect her, takes out all the attackers, and then breaks the belt that held Kitty. He even threatens a guy with anemia. He says if the guy doesn't leave, he'll crush him. They leave the building, but there's a drone filming Kitty every 15 minutes, so everyone playing the game knows her location. They find a car and escape, but Kitty is overwhelmed and asks, "What kind of game is this where they want to kill me? I have to get out of this." Noel tells her straight up, there's really no way out except to get out of the city. Even though he'd lose his cut, he's willing to risk it all to get her out safely. But honestly, you get the feeling he might kill her just to grab the prize money instead of letting her escape. The whole city's chasing after them. Literally, if he stops, he'll be done for. Inside the car, one of the girls tries to stab Kitty with a knife. Noel tells the driver, "Keep driving until I finish her off." Then, kind of casually, he tells Kitty, "What are you doing? Are you slaughtering a chicken, or what?" before he smacks the attacker and pulls her out of the car. Unfortunately, they get stuck for a bit, and the attacker tries to get away, but Noel grabs her again. Kitty looks him dead in the eyes and says, "Honestly, I don't trust you. I think you want to kill me and take the prize, right?" Noel just laughs and says, "No way. I'm here to protect you." They finally reach the police station, but things get tense when the police show up. Turns out, they're actually there to kill her. Noel steps in and saves her just in time. Kitty smiles and quickly takes off before they catch her, But when she looks at the card in her hand, she realizes the drone has pinpointed her location. Once the other players see the drone, they know she's nearby, weapons in hand, hunting her down. She hides inside a wax museum, and luckily no one spots her. Soon, Ayla calls and asks where she is. Kitty tells her she knows she's late and her clothes are a mess, but she had no choice. Ayla asks for her exact location. Kitty tells her, I'm in the wax museum, but don't bring the car, okay? No police either. Within minutes, the attackers arrive, weapons ready. Ayla and DG show up, clearly intending to kill her. But Kitty fights back with a stick, fending them off and locking the museum doors. The attackers see her and get off their bus, ready to attack, but then their ally arrives, grabs Kitty, and they escape together. Kitty apologizes, saying she was scared the person would kill her. The guy says, not the time for feelings now. With only 3 minutes left before the drone reveals their exact location, they need a bomb-proof shelter fast. They call a man named Jack who has a secret bunker in his villa, but he thinks they're thieves trying to rob him. Noelle tries to convince him, saying, you're crazy. We're not thieves. Thieves come in through the door. Suddenly, a bus filled with attackers shows up. They threaten Jack and force their way inside. They demand the password to the bunker, but Jack refuses. The attackers shoot him with a tranquilizer arrow, so he won't tell anyone the code. Meanwhile, Kitty and Noelle watch everything unfold on a screen. They start to talk and get to know each other better. Kitty shares how her acting career has been a total disaster and how she feels she has no future. Noelle explains why he's helping them and says, my top priority is saving lives, not the money. Then we see Ayla and DG arrive at the villa. Ayla grabs Jack and starts beating him to wake him up, but it's no use. She throws him in the pool, and finally, he wakes up just in time for her to get the bunker password. Back with the others, Noelle calls a friend and asks him to hack all the phones in the area and blow them up. The plan works, and everyone gets hurt in the chaos, giving them a chance to escape. But Noelle notices a guy coming toward him, lighting a fire. He quickly splashes water on the ground and tries to put it out with his foot. The man gets hurt and tells him, watch out, you twisted my leg. They finally get out of the villa, but are surprised to find armored guards waiting in a car. They tell Kitty to come quietly. She refuses to go like a corpse and insists on bringing her bodyguard. They agree, and she rides with them, still clueless about where she's headed. They arrive at the agency's headquarters, and Lewis, the head of the place, tells her, I envy you for still being alive. Most people don't last 15 minutes before dying. But don't worry, you're safe here. My job is to protect people, though I take 30% of the prize. Kitty agrees to his terms. Later, Lewis takes them to a clinic to treat their injuries. While resting, Kitty tells Noelle her story. She says her dad abandoned her, her mom is sick, and she's been working any job she can to pay for treatment. She came here hoping to pass auditions, but luck wasn't on her side. Noelle shares his story too. He says he used to work with a mercenary group. Lewis was his partner. One day, Noelle refused to do a mission and decided to quit. Because of that, all the soldiers died except Lewis, who's hated Noelle ever since. Then a girl comes in and tells Kitty that Lewis will move her to a safe place until sunset to make sure she wins the prize. She brings out a device and asks Kitty to put her face into it so it can create a special mask just for her. That way, no one will recognize her. Sure enough, the machine makes a mask that looks like an old man. But Noelle looks worried. He tells Kitty, I have a bad feeling Lewis wants to isolate you, kill you, and take the prize for himself. Kitty isn't convinced and brushes it off. Right then, Lewis shows up and takes Kitty to the garage. He tells Kitty to get in one car while Noelle gets in another. That's when Kitty realizes Lewis might be planning to poison her and kill her. So, she fights back. She kicks Lewis hard in the crotch. Suddenly, a group storms the place trying to kill her, but luckily no one spots her. She grabs a car from Lewis's fleet and makes a run for it. The problem is, Lewis captures Noelle and beats him so badly he breaks a bone. After Kitty escapes, Lewis calls her and starts blackmailing her, threatening to kill Noelle. He tells her to meet him right now at a theater downtown. There are exactly 16 minutes left until sunset. Kitty is determined to save Noelle because he saved her so many times before. She takes a gun with her and heads to the meeting. When she gets there, Lewis has Noelle handcuffed, waiting for her. Kitty tells Lewis, if you don't let him go right now, I'll kill myself, and the prize will be yours. Lewis calmly says, easy, I'll wipe your fingerprints off the gun and put mine instead. Kitty fires back, good idea, but I'm live streaming. Everyone's watching you. Lewis tells her to calm down and hand over the gun. She agrees, but only if he frees Noelle first. Then she says she still plans to kill herself. Lewis tells her to wait and throws keys to unlock Noelle's handcuffs. Calm down, he says, I'll take the gun. Kitty says, I knew you have a good heart, and hands him the gun. Suddenly, she hits him hard. But before she can rescue Noelle, a bunch of people burst in. She leaves Lewis to defend herself. Thankfully, Noelle Noel frees himself and starts fighting Lewis to keep him from killing Kitty. There are only 4 minutes left until sunset and the end of the game. More attackers rush in, and Kitty finds herself in deep trouble. She runs to the theater stage hoping to find safety, but they don't leave her alone and try to catch her. Noel breaks free from Lewis and starts smashing the stage decorations to block anyone from following her. But Lewis's men build a human ladder, and Lewis manages to climb up and grab Kitty by the neck. He says, "Your end is at my hands," but she slips and grabs hold of some metal bars. Then, we find out she had secretly taken a bomb out of Lewis's pocket, hidden in her medallion. She jumps up, detonates the bomb, and kills Lewis. The game ends while she's still in the air, and people rush to save her. She's the winner of the biggest prize in the game's history, $3.6 billion. Days pass, and Kitty uses her new wealth to build huge companies, open shelters for kids, help those in need, and do good everywhere. The best part? She marries Noel, and they live happily ever after. The movie ends on that beautiful note.